Alright, I'm going over here to these bamboos and I'm going to get me some cuttings off of that. Get me some fresh green ones. Let's see. Let's see. I need I wonder if I can get well. Let's see. A little bit hard to get to, but I don't know if I can cut that one or not. You know what? I need to stay with these. I need to stay with these. Need to stay with these smaller ones. I got me a bucket of water there. This is going to be kind of a hit and miss deal. I don't know. Okay. Now, a lot of these I'd like to get, but they're hard to get to. Um, okay.
Yeah.
GoPro start recording. Well, I got a few cuttings there to see if I can root, and I got me some more canes. And I reckon that'll do it, man. There's more bamboo over there than I could ever use. Oh, I wonder what kind of tree that is. Ain't no telling. Alright, I got permission from these people here to get a few cuttings off of some of their ligustrum they got there. So I'm going to take them up on it. I didn't have my little snips with me, but now I got them. Now I got them. Okay. Yeah, these are ligustrums. Go up here and get some. don't know what kind of business they're running out of there, but it's something. Okay, I guess I'm gonna head to the house. I'm gonna head to the house. You know, those Ligustrums, they make a pretty hefty hedgerow. I would say by this time next year they'll be as high as that fence is. Hey there. I just spotted something. Look at that big old. There's been a limb cut off from there years ago. I don't even know. That's another one of those heads that's let go wild, and it's now a tree. And that's a big old knot hole right there. If that tree was in my yard, I'd be setting me a plant or something inside that hole. But you can see what happens when these hedge things don't get taken care of. That just grows in the tree. And right there you can see some small varieties of that. And that's how that tree started out. But yeah, it's a weird looking configuration there. But that hole intrigues me. It intrigues me. Yes, it does. I can't think of the name of that tree. Okay. I'm headed to the house, and I got a story about a bunch of kids come up missing when I was, and I think I was in the 6th grade. A bunch of kids come up missing, 12 of them. And people was in a panic. So I'll tell you that story in a minute. All right, when I was in the 6th grade, and there was 12 kids, and they were all classmates of mine. We was all in the same room, and they all come up missing. And boy, that sun is hot day. Lord have mercy. Let me see if I can find some shade. Let me see if I can find some shade. Yeah, right here. Oh, 12 kids all come up missing. Oh, and boy, the neighborhood was in an uproar. What happened to them 12 kids? Well, I guess I need to tell you the rest of the story. One of them 12 kids was me. And and this group of 12 kids, we all pretty much walked to school at the same time. You know, we walked together, and most of them was from that apartment complex that I lived in, which is slums. And one of the kids was not in my class. One of the kids was a grade below. Her name was Betty. I almost married that girl one time. But anyway, we was walking to school, and we knew test was coming up, and we didn't want to take the test. Nobody was ready. So we thought, so we got to talking amongst ourselves that we was about half and half, half boys, half girls. And, you know, kids don't think ahead, and they don't think about stuff progressing no more than the time right at that minute. And I can't remember. Yeah, I come up with the bright idea, well, I'm playing hooky, I'm not going to school. And then there was another one fell in line. Well, I'm going to go with you. we, as it turned out, all 12 of us, one 5th grader and the rest of us were 6th graders. The 6th graders all in the same room. Miss G Taz. And they're like, well, where will we go? And well, I know a spot where I used to play hooky a little bit. And it was under somebody's house. Houses back then, they were built on stilt things, you know, and you could get up under them out of sight. And so as it turns out, we all decided we was playing hooky. and we went up under this house. And we was peeping out watching them other kids going to school and stuff, you know, and we was thinking, boy, y'all are crazy. They was the smart ones. But we stayed under there till about, we stayed under there for about a half a day. What had happened, half of Miss Gita's class, they didn't show up. There was only about half of her students in there. And she couldn't believe, you know, that everybody was sick or something, you know, and she reported it to Miss Lachlan. Well, her name at that time was Miss Wallace. She wasn't married yet. It was Miss Lachlan after she got married. But she went to Miss Lachlan, and Miss Lachlan started sending this truant officer to different homes there in the neighborhood to see what was wrong with the kids, whether there was something serious going on or what. And of course, when they checked with the parents, well, they went to school. Poof, our plan come apart right about then. But they didn't know where we was at. And there was a kid, Eugene Gay. He's the kid I run away with that time to White Springs, Florida. He was a grade below me, so he wasn't in that group. But he has played hooky with me a time or two under that house. And they got to talking to some of the kids, and at some point Eugene popped in there, well, I know where they're at. Stinking rascal. So about 1 or 2 o'clock, all of a sudden, there was 4 or 5 truant officers converging on that house where we was at. I tried to hide, but it didn't work. But we was sitting under there, you know, and we heard all these people around, and the next thing we knew, there was people that on all 4 sides of the house, and they was beating at the lattice work that goes under the house. And, all right, you kids, get out from under there. And so we come. That was so funny. We come crawling out from under there, and some of them, like Loretta, she was crying. And then they were saying Mackie made me do it. There was 2 or 3 of them said I made them do it. They all volunteered. They didn't want. I didn't ask them to go. Matter of fact, Loretta's one of them. Can I go? Oh my God! And I was hid, and they was counting off the kids' names, you know, the ones that was missing. And all of a sudden I heard this one truant off, and I hated that sucker. I couldn't stand him. And he was looking for me. And I heard him saying, "Where's Mackie?" And most of them said, "I don't know." And that stinking little Betty, the one that was not in our grave, I heard her say he's still under the house. And that truant, he started crawling under the house to get me, and I decided it's best to come on out. And I wasn't they called me the ringleader of the pack, the ringleader of the bunch. And I wasn't ringleader. I was just saying, I'm skipping school. I ain't taking that test. And one by one, they start, well, can I go? And then somebody asked somebody, you want to go? And next thing I knew, the whole crew was going. And they didn't take us to school. They loaded us up in these funky station wagons and took us to I guess it was juvenile detention. And to stop us from covering that up, not letting our parents know, they got in touch with our parents. And each set of parents had to come pick their kid up. And slowly, one by one, parents come and got them and everything, and I was getting dirty looks. And pretty soon, I was the only one left. My mama didn't come get me till the next day. But I got accused of leading. I wasn't no leader. I just said I'm not going to school. Next thing I knew, the whole kit and caboodle didn't want to go. And Loretta, next time I seen her at school, we was standing out there at the flagpole. And I said, you ratted me out. And she said, I was scared. And yeah, she was. She was crying. She was upset. She thought she was in big trouble. Well, we all got suspended. I think we was on a 3-day suspension. Which at that time we didn't mind. I didn't. And I know a lot of the others didn't mind. But when we was allowed to go back, I was talking to Loretta down there at the flagpole, boy. And that flagpole's still there. I was looking at a picture of that school the other day. It's still right there in the same place. And Loretta was trying to make up with me and everything, and she was fixing my collar and picking at my clothes and stuff, and there she kind of liked me. I think I liked her a whole lot more than she liked me, though. But I carried her books a lot. Didn't nobody. I guess most of the parents told their kids to stay away from Mackie Pearson. I can't remember if they called me Mackie Pearson or Mackie Folks. Folks was my stepdad's last name, and he never adopted me or anything. But I never got away with nothing. And anytime I learned something early on, if I was into some mischief, you did it by yourself. You didn't bring in some of the friends, some of the group in on it with you, because I learned if somebody gets caught, they will rat you out in a heartbeat. So anyway, guys, that was today. 12 kids And I think we was 13. That was the day 12 teenagers got missing. Oh my gosh. I would like to talk to each and every one of them again. Loretta, Betty, Gloria, Sandy, Dickie, and Harry, Dickie's brother. What were some of the others? Adrian, Fraser, Kathleen, Terry, and Terry was an honor roll student. He was a straight A student, and he went on to college and all that stuff, and he become very successful at some kind of big business. Me and him used to ride one of our bicycles would be broke down, and we'd hop on the handlebars the other one, and he'd ride us to school, or I'd ride him to school. I'd sure like to see all them guys again. I sure would. The missing kids, 12 teenagers missing. I think that'll be the title of my video. 12 teenagers missing. Oh my gosh. That was, you know, I didn't live in that neighborhood but 2 or 3 years. And I did a lot of growing up and have a lot of memories from that period of time. Anyway, guys, that's the Dobber story, and I am sticking to it. And I'll see you in the next one.